There's no question that the Boulevardier is one of my favorite cocktails of all time. I've done a tiny blurb about it in a past video, but I think it deserves its own episode. During American Prohibition, many bartenders in the United States moved to Europe to work their trades and continue their careers. One such bartender, Harry McElhone, eventually landed in Paris and purchased his own bar, renaming it Harry's New York Bar. American expatriates lived in Europe for a variety of reasons during the 1920s, and one such American, Erskine Gwynn, lived in Paris while working on his startup, a New Yorker-style magazine called The Boulevardier. Gwynn was amongst a large number of artists who frequented Harry's New York Bar, and as a very regular, he very rarely strayed from his usual order, a cocktail equal parts bourbon, Italian sweet vermouth, and Campari. Harry made it so often that he put it on his permanent cocktail list and called it none other than the Boulevardier after its biggest fans magazine. When Harry published his 1927 classic Barflies and Cocktails, the Boulevardier, both the cocktail and the magazine, make an appearance. The magazine's advertisement is in the last pages of the book, but the cocktail appears in prose form in a section called Cocktails Round Town by humorist Arthur Moss, who also happened to be a founding member of the Boulevardier magazine. Overall, the book is really fun and very of the times. It's an enjoyable read more than just a simple cocktail cookbook. Widely believed to be a variation of the Negroni, it could be argued that the Boulevardier came first. Both seem to come of age in the 1920s, and there's very little reason to suspect that one influenced the other. The Boulevardier cocktail became far more successful than the magazine, which only lasted until 1932. The cocktail, however, lingers on in popularity that grows year by year. Variations of the Boulevardier, such as the Old Pal, was also featured in Moss's essay using Canadian Club whiskey and Italian vermouth. The essay itself, Cocktails Round Town, is a very interesting piece of work that premiered a number of now classic, and also somewhat forgotten, cocktails in a very informal way. So, let's make it. For the Boulevardier, you'll need sweet vermouth. In this case, I love Carpano Antica, Campari, and bourbon. We'll be using Heaven Hill Bottled in Bond for this one. In a mixing glass, combine 1 ounce each of sweet vermouth, Campari, and bourbon. Or, for a slightly stronger bourbon flavor and punch, make it with 2 ounces of bourbon. Stir and strain either in a coupe glass or on one large rock like this one. Express orange peel and enjoy. Some call the Boulevardier a winter cocktail, but I really disagree. I think it's an all-year cocktail, and I love Campari and sweet vermouth in the spring and the summer, so drink this anytime. If you want a fun spin on the Boulevardier as the weather does warm up, mix equal parts of the 3 ingredients in a mixing glass and pour over ice in a Collins glass and mix with club soda. It's refreshing, clean, and you can sip it all afternoon. So with that, I thank you for visiting the cigar bar, and we'll see you on the next one.